Hey guys, what is up? It's Mika, and today I want to be teaching you guys how to make Crossy Road in Scratch. It's going to be really awesome, and this is how it looks. So you can see that it looks awesome, and the graphics are pretty good. They're using Vector, which is a new thing that I'm trying to learn, because I've done pixel art a lot, but I'm trying to do Vector, because it's a lot easier, and I can teach it to you guys in another tutorial. Alright, so anyways, the first thing, as we do always, is delete this, and then press this. Then you want to take your main costume, and I'll provide you guys with these, and what you want to do is it's centered, which is perfect. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple variables. Go into data, create one called screen speed, create another called screen X, and create another called shake side. So then what we want to do is say when flag is clicked, we want to set all of these guys to a certain number. So we're going to set shake side to 10. We also want to set, I think, screen speed to 10. And we also want to set screen X to 0. Alright, so then what do we do next? We're going to point in direction 90. And then we're going to turn right 5 degrees. Or actually, I want to do divided by 2. So where's the... We want to put 2 here, and then here we want to put shake speed. Or shake side, is that what I called it? Yeah, okay. And then we can just go into looks and say set size to about 70%. Or we can make it 75. And then besides that, what we want to do is, yeah, I think that's it for that. Alright. And then we want to go into more blocks and create a couple variables, a couple blocks. So the first one is going to be called wait. And then we're going to want to go into options and drag in a number input. We're going to call this time. Then press OK, and we're going to create a new block. This one's going to be called shake. Press this once more, and it's going to be called death. So define death, we're not going to have anything. Define wait time, we're going to do something, and here we're going to do something. So these are all called functions. I'm going to make a separate tutorial on it for these blocks soon, but essentially what this does is you can make your own blocks. And so it's telling us to define it so that we can use it later on. So what we're going to do is say wait time. So as you might have guessed, go into control, drag in a wait, and then instead of doing wait 1 second, we say wait time seconds. And I just want to do this to teach you guys about it. This wasn't obviously necessary because we're just doing wait time seconds. But basically, if we wanted to wait 4 seconds, we put 4. Because what's happening is when you press the flag, it's going through all this, right? And it's saying wait 3 seconds, or wait 3. And then when we define wait 3, this is a number input. So this is an input, and we're inputting the number 3. Then it's using that and waiting that many seconds. Alright, so that probably didn't make too much sense, but if it didn't, that's fine. And if it did, that's great. Alright, so what we want to do is go into events, drag in a when flag is clicked, go into control, drag in a forever, and then drag in a if, and then go into sensing, drag in a key, space is pressed, and then you want to change screen X by, so we're going to say change screen X by, and then go into multiplication, and then make this -1, and then we want to go into screen speed, which is right here, and then after we do that, we want to simply wait 0.03 seconds. So here we're going to put the 0.03 seconds, and then we want to make this right, and then duplicate it, and make it left as you might have guessed, but then make this 1. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we want to make this guy go right, let's see, I think there is good. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so then what we want to do is we want to go into shake, and we want to say wait 0.1 seconds, and I'll explain all this a little bit later, but actually we're not going to do that. We're going to go into more blocks and say wait 0.1. Okay, and then what we want to do is change shake side by 1. So change shake side by 1. Jeez, I cannot say that. And then drag in an if else, and then in the first one you want to drag in an equal, and then you want to put 0 for the second spot, and you want to drag in this thing called mod, and it stands for module. I'll explain that in a second. And then we want to drag shake side, and we want to say if shake side mod 2 equals 0, then we want to turn right 10 degrees, turn right and turn left. And not 10, but instead shake speed. Or actually, yeah, here we have to make it 10, I forgot. 10, and then this guy actually has to be 5. My bad. Alright, and then what we want to do is, let's see. I think, oh yeah. So then we want to duplicate this, and then take out these guys, and instead of doing anything else, we're going to use one of our blocks. Shake and shake. Alright, let's go through everything. So, shake side, I'll explain after I do this, which I keep on saying. Screen speed is how fast it's going to scroll left to right. Screen X is how much it scrolled. And then these are just setting our characteristics. So this is a block that says wait this many seconds. And what this is doing is saying if right arrow is pressed, make the screen go right a bit. And it's moving its screen speed amount. Then it's saying wait 0.3 seconds. So we get a little bit of a stagger. Then here we're doing it just the opposite way around. So left would go back. And then here we're saying define shake. Okay, we're waiting 0.1 second because we don't want it to change that fast. And essentially, if you try it, that's just using this is making the walking animation. And I didn't want to make a whole animation because that's a little bit too complex and I don't think it would turn out that good. So I just made this. So change shake side by 1. Well, what is shake side? Shake side is a variable. And we're going to use it to see which side we're going to turn. So the first time we turn, we want to go right and then left and then right and then left. But the computer doesn't know that. So what we're saying is if shake side mod 2 equals 0. So most of you guys probably know division. What's 9 divided by 2? It's 4 remainder 1. So that's what mod is saying. Let's say this is 9, or it starts at 10. So let's say it's 11. Mod 2, that's going to be 10 with a remainder of 1. So mod is just getting the remainder. So we're saying 1. 1 does not equal 0. So then you're going to turn it left. But let's say it was 16. 16 divided by 2 has no remainder. The remainder is 0. Therefore, we're going to do this. So it's a little bit of math for you guys. If you guys don't understand that yet, that's completely fine. You'll probably learn it in school later or something like that. But anyways, now we're going to go into making our other guys. So the first thing you want to do is press this, and we're going to get the road costume. Alright, so with the road costume, what do you want to do? What we want to do is we're going to say when flag is clicked, we want to go into looks, and we're going to set a couple things straight. Go to front, go back 5 layers. I know this sounds weird, but you need to do it. Go back 5 layers, set size to 140%. 140%. And then set Y to 0. So go into motion, say set Y to 0. Then you want to go into control, drag in a forever, and then say forever set X to screen X minus 20. Alright, so if you guys watched my scroller tutorial, you'll completely understand this, but if you didn't, that's fine. I'll try to briefly go over it. So essentially, this is saying that screen X is a variable that's moving. So when you press right and left, you can even try it now, it's going to look like that. So when you press right, imagine you're going forward. When you press left, imagine going backwards. But as you can see, the player is not actually moving. It's the background that does all the work. And that's what we're trying to create in this. That's the whole point of scrolling, which I think it's really cool. So anyways, once again, this is a little bit more advanced. So it might not make sense, but this is it for the road costume, not too hard. What we want to do is getting the car costume now. Alright, this is where a chunk of the coding is going to be done. And it's actually not that complicated, but it does take a little bit of time. So when flag is clicked, you want to go to front, and then after that, you want to set size to something like 130%, and then you want to hide this guy. And what you want to do after that is go into control, drag in a forever, and then wait. See, as you can see, the blocks don't come. We can't use them here because they only work for the sprite that it's in, which I think is a little bit dumb and is something that's not done well by Scratch, because they should be able, you should be able to use them in all your sprites. But whatever, they probably did it for some reason that I don't know. Maybe because it doesn't work with this. But anyways, we want to weight pick random 0.7 to 2. And by the way, this is the car if you didn't know. Create clone of myself. Right, and then when I start as clone, all I want to do is show it myself. And forever set X to we can drag in a minus. We can put 20 here, and as you probably guessed, we're going to be using screen X. And that's what we did for the road costume as well. So then what you want to do is drag in another when I start as clone, and we're going to say go to XY, which is in motion if you didn't know. And we're going to, once again, duplicate this. And then make the Y negative 190, which is below the bottom of the screen. Because we want it to start down here and kind of go up. That's the point of the car. And you can see it's facing up, which kind of implies that by itself. So then you want to go into control, drag in a repeat until. And then in the diamond there, you want to drag in a greater than. And in the second spot, you want to make it 180. In the first spot, you want to go into your motion, drag in your Y position. Alright, that was really fast. I'm going to let you guys have a second to catch up. And then you want to drag in a change Y by. Make that 5, go into control, and delete this clone. Alright, so that's probably so confusing, but I'm going to try my best to explain it. So when flag is clicked, go to front, set size to 130, hide, all very basic stuff. Forever, it's going to wait a random amount of time and then create the car. So this is a spawner sprite, and the cars that are being spawned are actually just clones. So we're saying when I start as clone, show myself obviously, and forever set X to screen X minus 20, which is the scrolling thing that we did. And then you're going to say when I start as clone, on the other hand, go to that X and the Y, which basically is saying Y negative 190, which if you didn't know is below the bottom of the screen that you can see. So then we're saying until we get to the top of the screen, which is 180. So until our Y position goes above 180, we're going to constantly change Y by 5, making it always go up. So here, let's look at this. Alright, here we go. Ooh, I can't make it across. Too many cars. Oh, I find my... There we go. This is the main part of the code. So we're not done yet. We need to make it look a little bit prettier. And obviously this is only the part 1 because this game is quite complicated in adding everything. So we're going to get this second green and put that there. And then, obviously, the background costume. And then in that, all you want to do, it's not too hard. Essentially, what you're doing in there is saying, when flag is clicked, go back, because you don't want to be at the front. We can just say, let's say, 100 layers, might as well, because this is all going to be all the way in the back. It's the bushes and stuff, just to make it look pretty. So then we're going to say go to X and Y 0, 0. X 0, Y 0. And then forever, as you probably guessed, set X to screen X minus 20. So put 20 there. And then screen X right here. Alright. So now let's try it. Let's hide these variables first. Zoom in and try our game. Oh, here we go. Alright, lots of cars coming as you can see. We can't find our opportunity yet, but let's see if I can find one. Ooh, right there. Alright, we made it through. That's the first part of the game. So, you guys just went through the hardest part of making the game. So the rest is really not too difficult. So I hope you guys subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. But I want you guys to subscribe and turn on the notifications, because when I upload my new YouTube video, you obviously want to know when that's coming out, which helps by being notified. And you also want to be able to complete the game and really share it with your friends and whoever you want to share it with. So yeah, I think this is a really good game. I'm proud of it, and we're going to keep on adding more things in the future. If you guys have more ideas for me, let me know in the comments below. This is part 1. I hope it wasn't too long, and thanks for watching. Peace out.